The Grammys may have come and passed, but we'll get you caught up on the night's biggest winners and losers.
I'm sitting down with best-selling author Mickey Turner.
And I'll be bringing you a behind-the-scenes look at the Writers Guild Awards.
Welcome to The Buzz. I'm Stephanie Haney.
I'm Sophie Flay.
And I'm Will Farnsworth. First up, we're bringing you the latest in Hollywood news.
Let's get started with the Hollywood Hot Second. The view from the 6th was shining bright with NBA's biggest stars for the All-Star weekend. Drake hosted the event in his hometown of Toronto. He was sporting a custom-made black mama jacket in honor of Kobe Bryant's last All-Star game and final NBA season. But nothing topped Russell Westbrook's entrance. He came in hot, dancing across the stage.
Another week, another Yeezy meltdown.
Oh.
Kanye West took to Twitter to reach out to tech giants like Mark Zuckerberg to help him pay off a supposed $53 million debt so he can bring more beautiful ideas to the world.
Ridiculous.
In his long Twitter rant, he also advocated for teachers to be paid more and textbooks to cost less. Many found his statements controversial, except for, you guessed it, college students.
Yep.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm with Kanye on that
Oh,
one.
definitely,
Totally.
for sure. And finally, there is a death in the mob, and no, I'm not talking about The Godfather. I'm talking about the death of Angela Big Ang Raiola. The star of VH1's hit show Mob Wives passed away early this morning after a long battle with cancer. She will be missed by her fellow mob wives and all her fans of the show. And on this sad note, thanks for watching the Hollywood Hot Second.
That wraps it up for this week, but staying in Hollywood, well, I heard you got to go to the Red Carpet 2016 Writers Guild Awards.
Yes, I did, Sophie. This weekend, the top talent in film and television writing were honored at the Writers Guild Awards. We caught up with some of the best in the business to hear more about the inspiration behind their creativity.
We were just doing shows on the scene and decided we wanted to make something more permanent. And
We were really good friends, and our relationship was kind of different from other friendships. And we were like, oh, this is funny.
Screenwriting is a collaborative effort. The movie Straight Outta Compton tells the story of how Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, and Eazy-E came together to form the rap group NWA. 4 writers came together to tell that story, and their efforts earned them a Writers Guild nomination.
There are 4 writers. You know, there were 2 more that followed subsequent to us, and there were other writers that were not credited, you know, that were also brought in. It's a major collaborative effort among a lot of talented people to get it done.
Everyone started somewhere. We got some advice for aspiring writers from one of the winners.
Keep writing. I was a terrible writer when I started. I still think I'm an okay writer. You know, it's a process, and hopefully every time you sit down, you get a little better.
The writers have spoken. How will the Academy vote? We'll find out next weekend at the Oscars.
Welcome back to The Buzz. I'm Stephanie Haney, and today in studio we have best-selling author, CNN commentator, and USC lecturer Mickey Turner. Mickey, we're thrilled to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Now, Mickey will be signing her best-selling book, Journey to the Woman I've Come to Love, this Friday here in Los Angeles at the Grove in celebration of Black History Month. Let's take a look at this clip from the trailer.
In our world today, know that you can be the best if you just do you.
Now, Angela Davis, Angelina Jolie.
Wow, yeah.
These are just a few of the amazing women that you have access to in this book. How did you get these women to talk to you?
A lot of them I did reach out to, but a lot of them were just happy accidents. Angela, I happened to have an interview scheduled with for another magazine. Angelina, I ran into in Paris. Gladys Knight, I ran into in the bathroom at the Beverly Hilton. So a lot of people,
so crazy.
You know, and I would tell them about the book, and they all said yes. So it was a great thing.
So great things like that, happy accidents, don't happen unless you have the concept in mind. How did you come up with the topic for this project?
Well, the genesis of the project really started when I went back to a high school reunion. And a lot of my friends, we were in our 40s then, a lot of them were talking about getting Botox and plastic surgery. And it just occurred to me, at what point do women really start to love themselves as they are, accept themselves as they are? And so out of that came a series of newspaper articles about how different cultures of women approached aging, and then out of that came the book.
Now for you, you've said in a previous interview that that moment came for you when you started working at the Oakland Tribune as
Right.
the first African-American female featured as a sports columnist.
Right.
Did you know the gravity of the situation at that time, or when did you come to the realization that that was the moment when you came to love yourself?
You know, I think it was just about the acceptance of that, you know, getting past being the novelty and having people actually respond to the work. But, you know, what I tell people now is that, you know, I really started to love myself when I finished this book, because it was 6 years in the making, and I put it down and I wasn't going to do it. And then I picked it up, and then, you know, it just went back and forth like that. And then finally, one of my friends said, just do it. And we were in Italy, and she said, what's up with the book? And I said, oh, you know, just do it. And I went home 2 days early from Italy and finished it in 48 hours. So,
wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So, coming from Ohio, shout
Right,
out to Ohio.
OH10, OH10.
That's right.
All right.
How does a woman from Ohio end up here in LA with all of this access, photographing some of the most famous women in the world?
Well, you know, I started out in sports, and around the mid-90s got kind of burned out on it, and a natural transition was to do entertainment, because I'd already had one foot in that industry. So I just went full throttle into entertainment, and, you know, made all these friends and contacts and acquaintances. And when I called them up and told them about the book, you know, 95% of them said yes. There were people I really wanted who wouldn't agree, like Betty White's people wouldn't agree. Oprah gave me an answer to the question, but didn't approve the photo. You know, Valerie Harper never got back to me. So, you know, there were a lot of people that I did want, but just couldn't get. But I'm happy with the people I got, because it's a mixture of people you don't know, civil rights heroes of mine, and then, of course, the celebrities. You know, I'm not an idiot. I knew I had to have them in the book to even make it sell. But
Right.
The woman on the cover, no one knows really, except for people around her community. And she's the first African-American female graduate of the School of Metallurgical Engineering at MIT. I don't know what metallurgical engineering is, but
Me neither. We're going to have
yeah.
to Google that. Do you have any advice for aspiring authors and journalists trying to break into your world?
You know, I went through a series of agents trying to sell this book. And when it, you know, we were probably about in year 2 of trying to get someone to publish it. And then I met this Italian billionaire who said, why don't you just do it yourself and keep all the money? And I was like, hey, all right. So if any advice I could give, it would be like, do it yourself and keep all your money, so that you don't have to answer to anyone. But, you know, make sure it's right, make sure it's good, make sure you've got something that people are going to want to see and that will resonate with whoever you're trying to reach.
If you build it, they will come.
If you build it, you will come.
Yes.
Yes.
So what's next for Mickey Turner?
Well, this week or next week, I'm working on this big project, The Women of Annenberg, which includes all the faculty, staff, and even the custodial workers here in Annenberg. And we're going to feature their portraits on the digital screens here. And after that, you know, more homework, because I'm now in school myself. So, and maybe some opportunities overseas this summer, you know, when school's out. So a lot of stuff going on.
Will there be a Journey Volume 2?
There will be a Journey Volume 2. I'm working on it now. I think the last person I shot for it was Billie Jean King, who I wanted for the first book, just wasn't able to get to her. But yeah, there will definitely be a Journey 2, hopefully by Christmas.
That's all the time we have for Mickey today. Make sure you catch her this Friday at the Grove at 6 p.m. at Barnes & Noble. And now we have the guy with all the game, Dustin Sloan, with some Kanye Callouts.
Recently, Kanye West took to Twitter to ask Mark Zuckerberg for money. This is just one of the many celebrities Kanye has called out over his career. Let's see how much our Trojans know about Kanye's past feuds in this game of Trojan Trivia, Kanye Callouts. Jimmy Kimmel.
False.
You're right, it's true.
Woohoo! Yes. Yeah. Really? That's insane.
George W. Bush.
False. Oh. False? False.
It's true. Good job.
This is absurd. Oh my god. I think. Okay. Oh my god.
He said George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Oh dear. Okay.
Michelle Obama. False?
False. Probably false. True. God knows.
It is true.
Woo! Damn it. Oh my god. Dang it.
Chris Brown.
True. True.
Dang it. Wow, I'm really horrible at this.
Really? I feel like you would say something to him.
Ray J.
I have no idea who that is.
Who's Ray J?
Ray J made adult film with Kim Kardashian.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Awkward. False.
True.
Correct. Just recently for the first time.
Oh, good.
I don't know Ray J.
So it seems like Kanye has everyone stumped. Thanks for playing a great game, and I'll see you next week.
So except for that whole Ray J thing, I think the Kanye Callouts is the new sign of making it. Make sure you check in next week for another round of Trojan Trivia.
Today in politics, during the Pope's visit to Mexico, the leader of the Catholic Church called out Donald Trump for the Republican candidate's stance on immigration. Trump had said he wants to build a wall on the U.S.-Mexico border. The Pope said, "A person who thinks only about building walls is not Christian." Not one to fear confrontation, Trump quickly responded. He said, "No leader, especially a religious leader, should have the right to question another man's religion or faith." He also called the Pope's comments disgraceful. Unsurprisingly, the Twitterverse exploded with people weighing in on both sides. One user called out the Pope for his comment on Trump's wall and said, "Pope Francis, isn't there a huge, tall wall around the Vatican?" Another user who sided with the Pope tweeted at Trump saying, "I guess you don't want the Catholic vote." The exchange between Trump and Pope Francis could have consequences for the presidential hopeful. As the South Carolina primary approaches, Trump needs support from the state's evangelical base. Yet a disagreement with the world's most prominent religious leader may not be the most effective way to garner this support. Over to you, Claire.
Hi guys, I'm Claire Neville, and this week we are visiting Smiles Cafe, a hidden gem just off campus. Smiles offers an alternative to the line at Trogro without having to sacrifice one's coffee buzz before class. They are most popular for their smoothies and smoothie bowls, along with many other amazing healthy options. Smiles is a great cafe option on the weekend when many of the food establishments on campus are closed. Not to mention there's a quaint little library in the same building, which is perfect for midterm season.
My favorite part about this cafe is definitely just having a great place to study, sit down, take a break between classes. If you're feeling stressed, you can take some time alone. It's never too packed, never too loud. Great place to just sit down, knock out some homework, or just take a minute to catch up with a friend.
Smiles is located on University Avenue and 32nd Street and is open to 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on the weekends. Happy food adventures and good luck on your midterms.
Hey guys, Morgan here, and welcome to the Red Carpet Rundown. So I have to admit, I was a little disappointed with the turnout of the fashion at the Grammys this year, but there were a few people, emphasis on a few, who got it right and a few people who didn't. So let's start out with the celeb who got it right. First up, we have Ellie Goulding. I was obsessed with this simple yet elegant Stella McCartney gown. The best part of the dress, besides the color, was the bling on the back. On the other end of the fashion spectrum, country music star Cam showed up in a neon yellow George Chakra gown, which quite frankly reminded me of Big Bird, and I didn't really like the feathers at the bottom. It was my least favorite look of the night. Another outfit that missed the mark came from Zendaya, who wore a custom D-squared suit and jacket. I love Zendaya, and she's for sure a fashion trendsetter, but this suit didn't seem tailored to her small frame, and I wasn't a fan of the mullet either, even though it was a tribute to David Bowie. But someone who did get it right was Taylor Swift in a Versace Atelier. So I really like this look, and I think that the crop just could have been a little bit lower. But other than that, I love the diamond choker and the color blocking. Well, that's all for this week. Tune into my segment next week where we do a roundup of Fashion Week.
Hi, I'm Drew Schwendeman, and you're tuned into the US Scene, where we talk about the most exciting events happening around campus. Do I smell pizza? Yes, I do. The USC Hellenes are putting on a fundraiser at the Pizza Studio tonight until 9 p.m. 20% of proceeds will go to the Downtown Women's Center, so come support a great cause. Do I smell chocolate now? Tomorrow night is the first night of the Chocolate and Art Show at KGB Gallery. Tickets are $15, but the free chocolate, free henna, and live body painting are priceless. Do I smell hot chocolate? No, I don't, but the world's best snowboarders and your favorite bands are coming to Air and Style this weekend. J. Cole, A-Track, Cascade, and a bunch of other chill, get it, artists will be at the event. If you'd rather be in the heat, then head to the Galen Center and watch the Trojans burn the Utah Utes on the basketball court. Both teams are currently tied, but all that's about to change. Finally, the Unruh Institute of Politics and Black Student and USC Political Assemblies are hosting a discussion on President Obama's legacy on Monday. Free pizza studio will be provided, and rumor has it the president himself will not be present. That's it for this week. Will you be a part of the scene?
Zoolander 2 premiered last week, bringing Blue Steel back to audiences everywhere. The producers went all out to promote the new movie, and our correspondent, Sabby Robinson, visited an interactive event and caught up with some fans.
We're here at the Derek Zoolander gas station memorial for the models who died during the first movie in the freak gasoline accident. Take a look as we interview some fans about what they expect for Zoolander 2.
I hope that they have a lot of original jokes, and I hope they don't just stick to rehashes of the first movie, because the first movie was really good. I think this one has a lot of potential because it's a really fun world.
For a lot more quotable moments and, shenanigans with Owen Wilson and Ben Stiller.
I think what I learned in the past is that brainwashing models is a fairly futile exercise, given that they don't really have brains and they're just dancing monkeys that do what they're told. And so I think in the future I'm just going to have them be really ridiculously good looking. That's what they do. And I make ridiculously good looking clothing like this.
It's our Zoolander gas station. So basically it gives people a chance to come in here, get their orange mocha frap, and then they can walk around and kind of recreate the gas station fight scene from the movie.
If I was a model, I'd definitely be like Heinzel.
Mugatu is fashion.
Yeah, that gives everyone a chance to get pumped up about the new movie and, be a part of it.
I love how dressed up the fans got. That's how you know you were the ultimate fan, if you're dressing up to a premiere.
Goals. I want to be that guy.
It's Ben Stiller and Will Ferrell. They're amazing. They could only get that kind of reaction out of the fans.
Definitely. And I hear Justin Bieber is making a cameo appearance.
Then we have to see it.
We're fever.
I'm buying my tickets.
Speaking of Bieber and tickets, did you guys catch the Grammys?
Yes.
Yes.
Incredible performance by Bieber, but also an incredible performance by Adele.
Love her.
So beautiful, always good, and I love that she just gets up there with, a piano, and that's it, and she gives the most amazing performance. Let's check it out.
So captivating.
She is stunning. She is stunning. But it wasn't all a love fest at the Grammys. Taylor Swift was throwing a little bit of shade at Kanye.
True, it was a little weird, but maybe deserved because he's done that to her before. Let's check out
Revenge.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Producers Jack Antonoff, Nathan Chapman, Imogen.
There are going to be people along the way who will try to undercut your success or take credit for your accomplishments or your fame.
Taylor was definitely throwing shade at Kanye. It was so obvious.
She was salty, there was that angry look in her eye. I would be happy if I won the award.
Yeah, but it was her turn to take back and
she had
a little revenge.
To say, and there was no way Kanye was going to get up on the stage this time.
Exactly.
Bad blood.
Absolutely. I just loved the cutaway to Selena because she was just really feeling everything Taylor was saying in that moment.
Girl power,
Proud.
man. Mm-hmm.
Squad goals.
And with that, thanks for watching. I'm Will Farnsworth.
I'm Sophie Flay.
And I'm Stephanie Haney. We'll see you next week on The Buzz. Until then, catch all the latest updates online at uscannonburgmedia.com and follow us at USC The Buzz.